encourage us in peace, unity, and unending love. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Now I'm going to start going around the room so everybody can introduce themselves. You can have a seat now. Thank you.
Dr. James Medical Director of St. Joseph Hospital.
Good morning. Liz Butler, Director of Ambulatory Services and St. Joseph Hospital. John Fuller, Director of Public Service. Francis Fuller, Chief Operating Officer, St. Joseph. Amory Moynihan, Vice President of Nursing and Chief Nursing Officer.
Mark McConaughey, VP of Facilities and Support Services.
Allison Fisher, I'm the Director of the School-Based Rehab Program. St. Joseph Public Schools.
Good morning, I'm David Mandel, Director of St. Joseph's Medical Practice.
Good morning, Michelle McCallick, Clinical Operations Manager, RN at St. Joseph's Medical Practice.
Bernadette Hernandez, Senior Vice President for Behavioral Health.
I'm Lisa Hammerhand, Vice President for Quality Risk Management and Compliance Officer at St. Joseph.
Good morning. Kim Pagan, Vice President of Finance, St. Joseph.
Good morning, everyone. Patrick Doherty with Sound Associates.
Good morning, I'm Ellen Bloom. I'm the Director of Community Affairs and Government Relations with New York Presbyterian.
Good morning, Yonkers. Sharon Rosen-Asher, Director of Policy and Programs for Small Business and the Chambers of Commerce for Westchester County Executive, George Lattimore.
Good morning, Edwin Walker.
Good morning, Gladys Guerrero Williams, Simple Motor Brewing.
Good morning, I'm Lorraine Zaccardo. I'm with No Limit Ninja here now.
Good morning, everybody. Paul Ranieri, DC Ranieri Insurance Agency, located in Yonkers on 457 Palmer Road, or a family-owned independent insurance agency. Thank you.
Good morning, Michael Sabatino, Director of Constituent Services for the City of Yonkers.
Good morning, my name is Christian Castillo, and I'm with New York Life.
Good morning, Nessa Lopez. I own EMD Entertainment, Photography Furnishings, and Photography Services.
Good morning, I'm
Good morning, I'm Chuck Lesnick, former City Council President. Now I practice law, build housing, and manage it.
I'm Davis, Graffiti Gang Specialist and Private Investigator, Yonkers, New York.
Good morning and happy St. Joseph's Day. Mary Hoare, President of the Untomar Performing Arts Council and the official City of Yonkers historian.
Good morning, Greg Arcaro. Just a quick shout out to Yonkers Rotary Club. That'll be having a pancake breakfast on April 21st to raise funds for youth programs and community programs. And also the Community Planning Council on May 10th. The annual community annual luncheon. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Sean Brown, NYU London.
Hi, I'm Jean Tickle. I am an associate broker with Howard Hanna Rand Realty, and I am the chairperson for the Women in Business Committee. On your table are these flyers. We have Pocketbook Bingo on April 10th, and then we have our cocktail party on June 5th at Zupa, and we're also taking nominations for the Women of Excellence Awards. So there's an application attached. If you know anybody that you'd like to recommend, please, the deadline is approaching quickly. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Terry Dolan. I'm also work as not a broker, but an agent at Howard Hanna Rand Realty.
Good morning, I'm Kathy Cannell from the City of Yonkers Department of Planning and Development, and I'm also a member of the Women in Business.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Elisa Holland. I'm with New York Presbyterian, Westchester, the former Lawrence Hospital.
Good
Good morning, everybody. Gary Klein, I'm the Managing Director of William Lawrence Commercial Group and a board member of the Yonkers Downtown Business.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Sarah Brody. I'm the Executive Director of the Yonkers Downtown Bid.
Good morning, I'm Lorraine Morgan, Vice President of External Affairs, St. Joseph's Medical Center.
Good morning, I'm Tom Malillo, Director of Communications and PR with St. Joseph's Medical Center.
Good morning, everyone. Mike Green, Minority Leader of the Yonkers City Council. Because I forgot to do the rebuttal at the State of the City last week, I'll be giving a 1 hour rebuttal today after breakfast, so drink a lot of coffee.
I'm Bobby Clark, the President of the National Fire Association of the City of Yonkers.
Morning, George Rocha, President of Yonkers Firefighters.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Kelly Chiarella, Director for Yonkers Office for the Aging Proud Director. Also wearing my personal hat. Tonight is kickoff for Yonkers Relay for Life at the brewery, 6 o'clock. Come have fun, get some information, all benefiting American Cancer Society. This is just the beginning of our season, and we're looking forward to a great relay on May 31st.
Thank you, Kelly. John Rubo, Majority Leader, Yonkers City Council, and owner of Yonkers Brewery.
Let's give everybody a hand.
Let's give Bora a hand. She does great work. So before we even get started, I wish everyone a happy St. Joseph's Day. The Italians get one day during the high holy days, and today is it. You can eat your zeppoli and spinach. They're available at most of your bakeries. It's so good to be back at St. Joseph's. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been here in quite a while. And walking through that lobby today, I mean, it seems like it's almost a different place. And I see the expansion with robotics in their orthopedic surgery. It's really something. St. Joseph's traditionally was probably the largest employer and the largest developer in our downtown for a 40-year period. We now have, through the efforts of our mayor, we've got real development going on throughout the downtown, and it really is something. I mean, looking at the new apartments going up, we actually have a skyline. 20 years ago, we didn't have it. You look at the movie studio, Great Point, fantastic additions to our downtown. So, I mean, I've been standing here for 25 years talking about the downtown, and it's come to fruition. And credit to all of our elected officials. Credit to all the people in the city. With that, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the President and Chief Executive of St. Joe's, Mike Spicer.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to St. Joe's. It's really our pleasure to welcome you today on this slightly belated St. Patrick's Day Chamber of Commerce breakfast. I'm around certainly as long as Kevin, and we've been hosting today's event for probably close to 30 years, so thank you all for coming. Welcome, and I share with you the spirit and festivities at St. Patrick. We're told that the blessed St. Patrick died on St. Patrick's Day in the year of our Lord 461, and leave it to the Irish to be carrying on a wake for over 1,500 years. That's actually taken from a welcome that Ronald Reagan gave about 40 years ago that a friend of mine gave me this morning. You know, this is exciting for me because today I get the opportunity to tell you a little bit about what's going on at St. Joe's. And I'm proud to tell you that we are on the move. We're improving our services and technology and expanding our footprint every day to provide the best care possible for the city of Yonkers and the communities we serve. You know, as the city gets better every day, we want to be right with them. Right with the mayor and his team, helping them to make Yonkers a great place to live, a great place that attracts new families, and we're really happy to be part of that movement. I hope when you came in, first thing that you saw was our new lobby with all the artwork, depicting all the wonderful things that are in the city. That's brand new. Right next to that, we have a brand new waiting room for our operating room. We have a new imaging department, completely new radiology department that we opened about a month ago. That's complete with new CAT scan, mammo, bone densitometry, x-ray. A block north, across the street from City Hall, we have a brand new family health center. That's our largest clinic. We see about 25,000 visits a year. You'll see the inside's brand new. The outside, you'll see scaffolding. About a month of now, that skin on the outside of the building will be brand new. We're working on a new electronic health record, about a $20 million project that's going to connect all of our services, sharing information and data to make it easier for our staff of physicians and nurses and clinicians to take care of their patients. About a year from now, maybe a little bit less, we'll be dedicating a brand new emergency room with about 25 treatment bays. Those of you who are from the city will know the name. The emergency room will be named the Diane Petrillo Emergency Room after the late wife of Carl Petrillo from Yonkers Contracting, a longtime member of our board. Up at St. Vincent's, many of you might not realize, our other campus is in Harrison at the St. Vincent's Hospital, 140-bed psychiatric hospital, probably a top 2, I'd say top 1, but there's other hospitals in the place that I have to, they'll call me on it. We're a top psychiatric hospital with every psychiatric and behavioral program known to psychiatry. It's an awesome place. Up there, we're doing great things with the mobile crisis team for the County of Westchester, with the suicide hotline for the County of Westchester. All those calls come into us. Our team of volunteers and paid staff literally walk people off roofs, off bridges. We're saving lives every day. We're about to open the Paul residence, a crisis residence. Probably, if we get it done and get through the red tape, we will be the first in the state. It's in lieu of a hospitalization where patients come in on their own. They'll probably stay 12 to 13 days. We'll take care of them. They'll go back to their daily lives. That's just an example of what the Office of Mental Health thinks about us. When they come up with a new program, we're one of the first institutions or places that they call on to get those programs in place. Also with behavioral health, probably a year from now, we'll have a child and adolescent program right in downtown Yonkers here. So instrumental was the Office of Mental Health, but such an important program for this community. There's so many kids and children that need that service. That's just a little bit about what we're doing. We're investing not only into the facility, but into the community. We couldn't accomplish all of this without the support of the city and, of course, the great Mayor Mike Spano and his team. So thanks, Mayor, for all your assistance over the years. Also, behind the scenes, we have a team of volunteers who work tirelessly day in and day out to guide us in everything we do. That's our Board of Trustees, led by, on my left, Jim Landy, our longtime chairman of the board, who really puts his heart and soul into St. Joseph's, into the city. He's into everything. Healthcare, housing, he does it all. And thanks to the rest of the Board of Trustees. Some here today, Maura Kiernan. She's running for Miss Yonkers. She will be the Grand Marshal of the parade on Sunday. She's all over the place. Saturday, sorry. She's the president of our auxiliary. She does also great things for us here at St. Joe's. From our housing board, Kevin Kakais, been on the housing board forever, and also from our board of trustees sitting at the back table there, Dr. Jim Newendorf. So thank you for coming today. It's an honor to host you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce someone who really needs no introduction, the mayor of the city of Yonkers, Mike Spann.
Good morning. And thank you to Michael Spicer, who is taking St. Joe's and has basically just transformed it. And we all know that the medical world has changed drastically over the past couple of decades. And he has kept up, has moved us forward, and we're very, very proud that St. Joe's alive, well, and thriving in our city of Yonkers because it's very important. So thank you, Joe. Thank you to Jim, the chairman, because without Mr. Landy, as he'll tell you, nothing will move. All right? Nobody even thought that was fun. You're like, oh. You guys think I just disrespected Jim Landy? That's what it is. So nobody even wanted to laugh at my joke. No, Jim Landy is great. He's also chair of the Municipal Housing Authority, and very much somebody that we count on here in the city of Yonkers. And so Maura, thank you. It's good to see you. I see you in the new genie. So, and Kevin, thanks for inviting me, and thank you for doing what you do to keep the chamber really keep the chamber what it should be for a city like ours. You know, we're now New York State's third largest city, and I like to brag about that. And I crow about it everywhere I go because I want to make sure that Rochester doesn't try to get a foot up on us. But they don't worry, trust me, they try. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was able to sit with the city council, do the message, the city address. I was able to do that. I see the majority leaders here, John Rubo, the minority leader, Mike Green. We see any other council members show up today? Just got the two of you, that's it, right? But I've been very fortunate as mayor for the time I've been here to have council that I could work with, council that you can depend upon, because you really can't get anything done unless you have men and women who want to work with you, who are willing to make sometimes very tough decisions, tough choices to make. We make them. At the same time, we also know that whatever it is we're doing, we try to do so with a plan. The quality of life continues to improve in the city of Yonkers, and we're happy about that. Crime continues to be down. We're still down since 2011, 24%, and that's even with the wacky laws that Albany continues to pass. And we've been able to work and keep our crime rate down. We've invested in technology. Many of you heard about the Aware Room. We have a room over in the police headquarters. And in that room is, if you walked in there, you basically would see a slew of TVs. And there are literally, wherever we have identified as what they call hotspots, where we need to have cameras. Because you know that in some specific intersections, you're going to have issues arise. And using AI, they've been able to, because you can't have somebody watch 200 cameras. By using AI, they would identify pretty almost instantaneously that there's something going on. There's an accident. There's something that needs our immediate response. And it pops up on the screen, and the police department and our police officers view it, and in real time they're able to get our police officers to the spot. We've done that. We're also working with our police unions, putting cameras on our police officers. We have cameras on every one of our police officers, and that is there, and that's there to protect the public and to protect the officer. And more often than not, it protects the officer, because very often that when someone's doing something bad, you may find out that, you know, there's, as they say, the three sides to the story, right? There's their side, and the other side, and then there's the truth. So we've been able to work with our police department, work with our unions to get the support. So we were able to put the cameras on because there was resistance to do that. We're set to put forth a drone. We're going to have a drone in here. Couldn't afford a helicopter, but a drone we thought was the next best thing. But you know, the beauty of a drone is that it's not going to be patrolling our neighborhoods. I know people get nervous that there's Big Brother is out there watching them. They're not there. It's not there patrolling the neighborhood. But what they will, the drone will be there as a first responder, because the drone will get there faster than anybody can. And so if you have eyes in the sky and there's you know, a burglary going on, and someone has, you know, just hijacked a car and took that car on a ride and jumped out of the car and went for a run, you know, we have eyes in the sky. You can't escape it. And so all this technology, along with a great police department, I think will really go a long way towards you know, keeping our city safe. I also know, it goes without saying, our cohorts, our first responders, you know, police, fire, I see our two fire unions are here. We have the greatest fire department in the country, we really do. You know, we are constantly working together in terms of training, retraining, and giving our officers, our firefighters, the tools they need. We're building and we're growing, and as a result, we're going to have a new company. And so we'll work together with our firefighters to create a new company for the city of Yonkers, because we need another company. When you have that type of growth, when you have types of buildings that we're building, it's not just about retraining, but it's about adding men and now women, because we have 2 women firefighters. The city council, and I'll just run this by you real quick. The city council, when interest rates were low, would say not anymore, but when they were low, the interest, the city council put literally tens of millions of dollars in the budget to provide for us to improve our parks. Now we're improving all of our parks in the city, from the east side to the west side, from the west side actually to the east side. And we're also adding additional parks. At the foot of Ludlow Street, there's a 3-acre parcel that you used to, I don't know if you remember the old Terracone tank yards, which is just north of the Smelly Sludge Plant. It will now be a 3-acre park. And so we're excited about that. The county has partnered up with us on that. The county executive has made available to the city $15 million. It's already cost us $15 million to purchase the property, but it's the first real expansion of parks that we've had in a generation, and it is access to the waterfront in Southwest Yonkers. Our kids, I never had access to the waterfront. I was born and raised in Southwest Yonkers. Now you will have access to the waterfront, so I'm glad to hear about that. And our schools continue to do well. You know, I want to pause on this a little bit because, you know, we're going to be talking about the budget and some of our challenges that we're going to have over the next couple of weeks. But take a look at our schools. Take a look at what our teachers have been able to accomplish. You know, I was sitting in Albany at a table with the Big Five mayors. They call them the Big Five mayors. All the mayors outside of New York City. They put us at a table, and they wanted to ask us what our needs were. Now, oddly enough, there was only one mayor up there saying, I needed more education. The other 4 were like, no, we want to talk about other things. And just to give you an idea, because a state legislator said to me recently, you know, what does Yonkers really put into education? You know, I mean, think about it. You know, what does Yonkers really put in? And I And I'll answer it like this, because it's the way I answered it at the state capitol. Because it was unique, usually they separate us, but this time they had us together. And I said, well, let me tell you how much money we put into education in Yonkers. Here's the mayor of Buffalo, here's the mayor of Rochester, here's the mayor of Syracuse, and here's the mayor of Albany. I said, take what they put into education per pupil, all 4 of them, add it together, and put another $1,400 on top of it. And you know what? Yonkers still spends more. And all 4 of those cities combined, we put into our kids' education. So when someone will tell you, well, what does Yonkers really put into education? It's almost insulting, but because there are those who think that we should be compared to Scarsdale or Hastings. You know, our kids, 75% of our kids live at or below the rate of poverty. There's no reason that a school district, the closest to our size, is Rochester, New York, right? They have virtually the same population as we do. They have less of a school population than we do, right? We have probably 27 total thousand kids in our school district. They have less. They have 1,000 more teachers than we do. 1,000 more teachers. They have a $1 billion budget for education. 95% of it paid for on behalf of the taxpayers of New York State. And people will say they're poor. You know what? That's just abusive. I don't want to hear it. So we're going to continue to fight for additional aid from the state capitol, and like I said, we'll do the things that we're doing. But despite our challenges, when I sit there with those 4 mayors, there was only one school district that was graduating their kids at 90%, and that was ours. There was only one school district that Barack Obama said was a model to be recognized across this country, and actually made available $1 million for the city of Yonkers, and said we were a model school district for educating black men. So that speaks volumes about our city and what we do. We are going to be opening up 2 new schools. First, 2 new schools we're going to be building we're going to open up in a generation. The Justice Sonia Sotomayor School, which will be completed probably in the next month or so. Will come online in September. That will be on McLean Avenue. And then working with the film industry, because now we have Lionsgate, Great Point Studios, and others that are coming that I can't talk about yet, that are coming to Yonkers. We have 3 studios that we know are in operation down next to the Board of Education. Another 3 studios that are in Warburton that are going online, I think, in the next 2 weeks. We have the Media Pro, which they're building 3 studios on North Broadway. They'll be online early next year. We have Great Point Studios has purchased Leak and Watts, and they are going to be putting several studios there as well. And we were able to take advantage of this new industry coming into Yonkers, providing us thousands of jobs, additional revenues, and we were to take advantage of that and work with them. Because the second school I'm telling you about, the second school, it will be a magnet, and it will open up in September. And the school doesn't have to be built because it's already there. That is the school that is in Leak and Watts. And it's being refurbished right now. It's a great floor plan. It's great space. It'll be K to 6. I'm sorry, it won't be K to 6. It'll be 6th grade to 12th grade. And the children that go to this magnet, it'll be a film and television school, will go there to learn about the industry. They're going to learn how the video. They're going to learn how to write. They're going to learn how to maybe even how to act. I mean, these are the things, whatever there is that you have in this industry, they're going to learn that, along with learning they should learn at school. And we're going to have 600 kids in this school. 75 of the kids a year will graduate that school. Now, this is an industry that is predominantly white. This is an industry that's predominantly white, and we have the opportunity to give the children in our district, which are predominantly black and brown children, the ability to be a part of that industry. It's six-figure jobs. They're direct lines to the middle class, and so we expect that 75 people a year who graduate from that school will be given the opportunity to work in that industry in Yonkers or across the country, and or choose to either go to Syracuse University, Newhouse, or NYU. So we're really excited about what's happening there, and this is real. It's happening. It's going to open up in September. So look out for it. So we have 2 schools that are coming online. We're very happy about that, and hopeful that, like I said, we'll continue to see that development happen. I'll just touch on MGM. We all know that MGM wants to go to full gaming. Full gaming is a game changer, literally, for us. We also know that it will go from roughly 2,000 jobs to 6,000 jobs that will be at that track. That track is a major source of middle-class positions in the region, primarily Yonkers, Bronx, and Mount Vernon, and is the #1 taxpayer to the city of Yonkers. It is important that the full gaming comes about. Full gaming comes about, like I said, we'll see additional revenues to the city. We're also going to be working with the Westchester Community College and their campus that's specifically over at the Cross County Center, the big expansion that they just did, which we're very excited about. And they're going to be working on training our kids, again, how to work in that industry, giving our kids, the kids who live here, a direct line into middle class. So we're excited about the fact that we've been able to take this industry, meld it in, and make sure that when the tide goes up in the harbor, all the boats are able to go up with it, and our kids will be able to take a part of it. Residential, and I know I've already spoke a long time, but residential buildings are happening all across the city, even in today's market. Scars Hill Road, the old Hudson Valley Bank building is building housing, market rate housing there. Ravine Avenue, the Conifer project, 800 units that's coming online this year. Main Street, St. Clair, right? That's yours too.
No, it's not mine.
Oh, okay.
The one behind you is mine.
Yes, yeah, okay. And of course, Ridge Hill Trinity Plaza, building housing, 1,900, just this year alone, 1,900, almost 2,000 units. 730 of those units will be at or below the market, I should say, giving people affordability, giving our people, because that's what it's about. When we build affordable housing, we're building affordable housing so that people who live here, who've called Yonkers home for generations, are given the chance to stay here. Very often, our children are priced out and they can't stay. So if we're able to build and to do more, we'd be able to, I think, see more of Yonkers people here. There's so much I can go on with, and we can talk about sustainability, but I'm not going to do all that. I want to just touch on some of our challenges. Our biggest challenge in the next couple of weeks will be our budget. We're seeing come to a head, the effects of COVID, the effects of the economy, the effects of high interest rates, the effects of the cost of goods and the cost of labor, all coming together all at once. Just this year, we received a bill from NYSHA, New York State's health care insurance, of $27 million. it was an increase of $27 million. And ladies and gentlemen, that is 6% on a property tax bill. 6%. The property tax cap is 2%. So I told our friends at the state capitol, the division of budget, I said, it's real nice, you just capped us at 2%, but then you raise our health care by 6%. How do you figure we're gonna make this all work? And they really didn't have much to say. But we do have challenges ahead. And we've had challenges before. We've been able to make them work, and I have no doubt that we'll make it work again this year, like we always do. But for those of you who do contact or have contact with your state legislators, governor, or you have the ability to send an email or just a communication, we're looking for New York State to recognize the fact that there are some of these unfunded mandates, like health care, that are just coming back on our backs. And, you know, it's the whole trickle down. The federal government trickles down to the state trickles down to us. The problem is, the only place we can trickle down is back on the property taxpayers, and that's not a very popular thing to do. We certainly don't want to do that, but what we need to do is remember that we don't want to go through social bankruptcy. Right? I always talk about social bankruptcy is what happens before real bankruptcy. And social bankruptcy is what? Well, you lose the things that are important. You know, you lose the parks, you lose the libraries, you lose, music, art, and sports in the schools. These are the things that we cannot lose because it's the things that we've been able to use to generate us, to drive this economy, to drive the city, to drive our reputation, and you know what? And to take Yonkers and put us in a place where people want to come live here, work here, and raise a family here. I have no doubt, working with the council, we'll get through this. But I want to make sure that you all know what our challenges are, because we need to let the leaders know, whether you see a congressperson or a state legislator, that just remember, local governments are where the rubber meets the ground, and it's where it all happens. And you can't just, you have to be able to work with us to make it all happen. Right? And and I have no doubt that they will. We've given them lots of opportunities to help Yonkers, show them how we can change the school aid formula, and help us. They for years we complained about school aid formula, right? So they finally fully funded the school aid formula, but then they changed it this year. So when we would have been scheduled to get over 20 million more, we ended up getting 3 million less. So there are a number of things that we'd like to see happen. I've asked for, and I promise you I won't do it anymore, I'll give you this one last bit. I asked for this one thing, and see what you think about this. Part of the school aid formula is what they call regional cost index, right? So what does that mean? Well, it costs more to live in Manhattan. It costs more to get an electrician. It costs more for milk. It costs more for insurance than it does in Onondaga County, right? So New York State has in their formula a regional cost index. So New York City's in its own, and they attach Long Island to it. So now it's New York City and Long Island in the highest regional cost index. And you know where we are? We're in Onondaga. So, and if they just did that one thing, if they just said, okay, you know what, Yonkers regional costs should be with New York or with the Bronx, we would get $25 million. That tells you how much we're losing as a result of the formulas. And so the good thing is I was in Albany for 20 years, so I got to learn all these tricks, and I think I get a little nervous because I know about it. And so, but it's these types of things that we're trying to, messages that we're trying to get across so that the legislators will hear us and the governor will hear us and try to make these changes. So I know I talked to you off, but I apologize. There's a lot of really exciting things happening here in Yonkers. It's a great city with potential that is just not even been achieved yet. But but it's a place where that we really should be proud of all of them. So, Kevin, I'll turn it back to you unless somebody has questions.
Anyone with questions? We covered it all. And just following, I mean, we talk about what Yonkers puts into the schools, but we also do it on the building side. On the building side, we get basically 70 cents on each dollar that we invest. And all the other big 5 cities get like 99 cents per dollar. So it's not just the cost as the years go by, it's also the investment in the buildings, the infrastructure, and everything else. So it's really remarkable that we have two new schools opening up with the kinds of challenges we face constantly. We have a drawing. It's- Virginia Island Scholarship, 50/50, it's $177. Ladies, you're doing a magnificent job. Goes up month after month. That's what I'm mayor today.
Can I play the link?
Okay, yellow ticket 0309718. $177. 0309718. Mary, congratulations. And we have a nice door prize donated by St. Joe's. Blue ticket 338-9393. 338-9393. Okay, folks, thanks. That's our breakfast today. Have a great rest of the month. And our next breakfast, we're looking at the 16th or the following week in April. Our sponsor is Hudson River Museum. We'll have that information out to you very quickly. Have a great day. Thanks for coming. I got you in the picture.